Hi everyone, it's me, Rainbow Brite here, Wisp here, and and today we're going to talk about you know those old showings when they used to say Windows fight Mac OS, and how there were some folks in this world that thought, oh well, you know, that would bring up all the things that they say Mac OS could do that Windows could not. And the only thing they could come up with is that, oh, well, Apple has all their shit on their Reckoner. Well, Smallsoft has their shit and everybody else's shit on their Reckoner. And then then there were all these list of things that they would say that, it could do that the other side couldn't do. But nowadays, I don't think that's true anymore. Nowadays, with small soft windows, I believe that that when it comes to evilware stronghold shielding, small soft windows is most likely got more to strongholds. I mean, yes, they got a sandbox, they got a firewall, evil stronghold tool, sundry settings. And let me know, folks, if Apple has any of that for their Reckoner, because I don't want to say they don't, and I don't want to say they do unless they do. And a lot of folks out there, like to talk. A lot of folks out there will say, well, why is it that that Apple Macintosh OS Reckoners are in films and shows and plays? And the only answer I could come up with is that that's what they had on them, and that's what they worked with. It isn't as Apple went around and say, hey, you making a film, you making a show, make a play, hey, get a deal and put one of our Reckoners in it. Anyway, at the end of the day, I don't think, and at the end of the day, a lot of folks will say that small soft Reckoners are worth a lot more than Apple Reckoners. I don't know about that. I think they're both worth a lot. No need where you buy them. All right. Now, I know that Smallsoft gives you 10 years of updates for Windows as long as you keep up, as long as you can make all the update makes. I don't know if Apple does the same thing for Mac OS. Let me know if that is true or not. And there was also another belief back in the day, which most likely this belief was mostly put to bed a long time ago, that there were some folks who believed that you couldn't get evilware on an Apple Macintosh OS Reckoner due to how rarely folks made things. It is true that most hackers out there and evilware makers out there tend to make evilware that can, take over or besmirch or do something to small soft Windows, fill in whatever one it was. But that does not mean to say there are not hackers and evilware ware makers out there who do not go after Apple Macintosh OS, because they do. There are hackers and evilware makers who do make evilware that goes after Mac OS. So that whole belief that you can't get evilware on an Apple Macintosh OS Reckoner, that's not true. Now, a lot of folks out there are going to say that, Apple's Reckoners were made for Glee. Well, small soft window Reckoners were made for business. Well, that is not true. There are folks who buy an Apple Reckoner and they might work it for business, or they might work it for Glee. They might do both things with it. There are folks who will get a small soft Windows Reckoner and they might choose to work it for business or for Glee or both. So you can't say that one side is made only for glee and the other side is made only for business. It has to do with whatever the folks' needs are. So yeah, I just had to make this film talking about, Windows fight Mac OS. What are the upsides? What are the downsides? And as you know, I don't truly know some of those things. So let me know if I was right or wrong about Mac OS getting 10 years of updates. Let me know if I was right and wrong about Mac OS having evilware stronghold tool of some kind, or a sandbox or a firewall, whatever. All right, this is it. Give this film a like, share and playlist it, and I'll see you later. Have a rainbow day.